Here we go. All right, you guys ready? Something else. This video has previously been banned on YouTube. It could happen again. Watch the complete 4-hour uncensored version at does that say Spirit Mysteries, maybe? spiritmysteries.com/spirit conspiracies, which I believe is the name of this documentary, is the conspiracy theory of everything. This is the full movie, it says, right? Conspiracy theory of everything by Spirit Science. So I'm sure we're in for some good stuff, baby.
This video has previously been
Oh,
banned on
he
YouTube.
says it.
It could happen again.
What's this dude's name? Type in Spirit Science name. Jordan. That's right, Jordan. What I thought. Okay. I knew it was something bland. So we're gonna call him Jordan. I'm pretty sure that's his name. That's what it said on the Google, and you know you can in fact trust anything you see on the internet. But you know, whatever. Maybe I'll just have to get more and more hate viewers. That's fine with me. I don't mind that. Yeah, we're gonna call him Jordan instead of Spirit Science because it's quicker. So I'll say Jordan. That means Spirit Science. Oh yeah, I forgot I have like the classic red bed on this one. You know, the old school OG. Wait for my world to load in a little bit. All right.
Watch the complete uncensored edition.
This is the
using
conspiracy
the links
theory
in the
of everything.
Enjoy.
Here we go, baby. What are we looking for? I always forget what we're doing because I only play this one for
Welcome
stream
to
and
what
I have
may
another
very well
you
be
know?
one of the most important videos we've ever made. Now, in order to even begin this video, I must first establish this disclaimer.
Okay.
This video is a set of hypotheses,
Oh, Jesus.
an exploration of the world, and while many ideas will be explored, what we are sharing here is not meant to be taken
bro, what
as
the fuck is
definitive
that?
truth.
See that off
We're
in
not
the
claiming
distance?
this is entirely made up of facts.
That's cool
Rather,
looking.
we are attempting
take a
to
look at that.
explore a deeper, perhaps darker, area of human consciousness
Bruh,
and see the bigger picture of what is really going on.
The bigger
Please
picture.
have your own experience, do your own research, and don't be afraid to go deeper down the rabbit hole. For
Okay,
the truth
right.
is often stranger than fiction.
What Jordan means by do your own research is listen to me and follow only my sources. If someone debunks me, it's because they don't believe in the spirit of science, the science of the spirit, and therefore you can ignore them. Do your own research as long as it agrees with me.
There's no denying that the collective human consciousness is in quite of a pickle today. It is
What?
chaotic and overtaking itself and all of nature. Because of the internet, we have nearly real-time access to information.
This is one of the things that you have to get used to. What the fuck? Is that a village? Bro, we found it! We found it! I was coming here to investigate this cool fucking floating fortress, dude. Because, like, I mean, it is cool as fuck. Look at this. This is badass. This is where I should start all my farming adventures up here. Make a castle above the trees. Oh, that'd be cool as shit, wouldn't it? Oh my god, yeah. The video's loud, you said? Okay, we'll turn it down a little bit. Thank you. It sounds loud coming through my headphones, but I always worry about that because, you know, I'm kind of a loud guy. I've been keeping the mic a little bit further away from my face because I've noticed that there's like a lot of clipping and shit whenever I check back on the recording, you know, the localized recording that I have of the stream. So, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, bro, I just saw a village, didn't I? Swear to God, I just saw, like, in this direction, so didn't I? Bro, what the fuck? Maybe I went the wrong way. Maybe I'm an idiot. Oh, I am. I think it was this way. Yeah, baby, there we go. Look at that. Oh, fuck, yes. Fingers crossed we actually have villagers there. Badass. That means I'm going to be able to start farming villagers, and then after I farm all the villagers, Then we can make iron farms and shit. We're gonna be set, baby.
And yet, most people are only seeing a particular slice of the
Is that
story.
better?
For example, the algorithms behind what you find when you use Google, Facebook, YouTube, and almost every other social network are designed to show you what you're already looking for, or what the computer code thinks you want to see based on other people's behavior. Unless you're...
Wait, yeah, that's how it works. Why would it show like when somebody says something like that, you have to look at the alternate, right, to that? Hey, we got a boy. We got a boy. We got at least one. There's that's a pig. There's one. Got ourselves a little cleric. Got an iron golem, so there's got to be a bunch of them here, right? Badass. Good stuff. All right, but yeah, when you look at that, when you hear someone say something like that that's all ominous and shit, I want you to think of the alternative, right? What's the alternative to that? Because what he just said there is that the algorithm shows you what it is you're looking for. So like what's the alternate? Like I type in like pumpkin pie recipes and it shows me like fucking how to make a pipe bomb. Like, yeah, of course that's what happens. If I'm looking for something, I want it to show me what I'm looking for. Of course. And I'm not saying there's not problems with the algorithm or that it doesn't like work off of things that we don't like or that it couldn't be addressed to be better and not suit like billionaires or whatever. You know, I'm not saying that it can't be better. I'm just saying like what kind of pretentious hogwash is this that we're like, oh man, is this that's the first emerald I've found in this world. But like, what do you expect? Like, what do you want? You want the thing to tell you something you weren't looking for? And that's what I want you to do. It's like I watch a lot of those like bullshito videos, you know what I mean? Like people doing like fake martial arts or whatever, them doing stupid shit and being like, haha, I'm a fucking genius. And the trick to knowing whether or not that stuff is fake is watching the other person, watching whoever it is that like is having the action done on them. If it looks like they're just like standing still, you can guarantee that shit doesn't work in real life because that person has to let them do that, right? So like always think about the alternate, right? What would be the alternative there? Like instead they fight back and then what happens, right? Or in this case, the alternative to the algorithm showing you what you want is, yeah, the algorithm showing you what you don't want. Pretty dumb fucking thing. I just remember that one of my videos has been recommended almost strictly hate watchers for a while, has 17.7% click-through rate. I mean, yeah, that is pretty good. That's pretty wild. Like, especially because, I mean, I've only seen like one of your little videos or whatever. I'm gonna have to check more of your channel out because it's hard to, I mean, how many hate watchers do you get? Jesus. It's not like you're making like hella controversial content. At least the one I saw wasn't. It was like I think it was like a Minecraft one. Something like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. Crazy. They're just fucking trying to get us to hate each other. I think that's the trick though, you know, they know that they get more clicks from hate than they do from love, you know? So, all right. So we're going to have to cross the channel. Go over there, come back. We'll probably spend a bunch of time in the village. I'm going to grab a bunch of shit from over here and we're going to go ahead and start building that stuff over that way, you know? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. Demo Man says trans rights. Yeah, if you say like the transes exist and like that's it, just trans people exist. Yeah, fucking instant hate watch. All right, back to our super cool house that we're gonna abandon for a long time. All right, Spirit Science, give it to me, baby.
Actively searching for new information, to find something different, or follow someone who is creating content that is going down rabbit holes and sharing what they find, what you get is generally what you're already accustomed to seeing.
Yeah,
you only see
an echo chamber.
what you want to see. Further, Due to the controversial nature of many ideas, especially those labeled as conspiracy theories, many ideas are not explored by the masses because when they hear about it, they see that these ideas are ridiculed and they write them off as nonsense or dangerous extremism. Following the herd mentality makes it easier to dismiss exploring new ideas.
By herd mentality, he means like if you think vaccines work and the earth is a globe, then you're a fucking moron that should be fed to a wood chipper. That's what he thinks, right? Whereas like, you know, I don't know, actually do your own research, you know? Like I said, the issue, and this is what we're going to run into a lot with spirit science, is that like it's a problem with epistemology, right? Over and over again, that's the problem we're seeing from basically everyone, is like an epistemological failing on the highest degree. That's why people say like we live in a post-truth society, and I honestly can't really disagree with them because yeah, we kind of fucking do. You know, we don't really actually engage with truth in a legitimate way anymore because our epistemologies are fucked. And what I mean when I say like our epistemologies are fucked, I figure I might as well be you know, as straightforward as I can. When I say that, what I mean is that like we have disagreements on things like ways to do stuff or perceptions of the world, things like that. Those types of disagreements happen, right? Moral disagreements, concept disagreements, or whatever. But if we disagree on the facts of the universe, then there's no reconciling. And that's what I mean when we say we live in a post-truth world. It's that we live in a fucking world where it's like nothing can be done and everyone believes whatever the fuck they want regardless of what's true. And you can't really get past that, unfortunately.
So people can easily go along with their lives. This is critical because the ability to change one's belief changes your experience of life.
That's
and
true.
most people are happy just letting things be as they are. A minority of people are
not quite. The video only has 472 views, but the second highest amount of my comments on any video. Would have more, but some of the comments TOS and got moderated by YouTube. Dude, I believe that. I have like on one of my videos, it has like 380 fucking views, but it's got like 29 comments. Of course, I comment back, you know, because I'm a cheeky little bastard, you know? Doesn't take but like 30 seconds to reply, and it's not a whole lot of time investment to trash some moron on the internet, but you know, that's still like a shitload for such a small video.
compelled to seek higher truth at all cost. And certainly, most of us know that sometimes it can be very hard to empathize with those who choose comfort over following their passions. As the saying goes, you can take a horse to water,
but you can't make it drink.
And trying to convince others to think differently only leads to distress on everyone's part.
Doesn't that fucking undermine your entire existence then? Like, if that's the case, right, that like you can't do anything and like fucking oopsie doopsie, you suck, don't fucking try, whatever, this nihilism that you're spitting right now, doesn't that like run antithetical to your entire channel's existence? Because like otherwise you wouldn't be doing what you're doing, right? Because there's no point to it. So like, why? Bruh, I'm gonna make it basalt. I'm gonna make refined, that fucking, this polished basalt or whatever the fuck it is. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna make that whole flying thing in the sky. I'm gonna make it my looks like you get the same amount, it's just quicker this way. Yeah, okay, easy enough. But yeah, I'm gonna make this castle in the sky fucking basalt. But if this is the case and he like truly believes that it's fucking useless or whatever, you know, then why is he even running a channel? Oh, okay. I mean, that's a lot. 37 comments on a view with like 400 views is a lot. It's like these hate watchers have to make their opinion known. It's fucking wild, dude. I wouldn't imagine so much fucking attention given to me for that, but they really do have to engage all the time. Right? Bop.
As many ancient texts will suggest, this is not how true wisdom is passed on. This creates a sort of self-created deception and distraction from the bigger picture, which is rarely explored. If you're already familiar with spirit science, we've talked before about how everything is connected. This was even a fundamental part of my own awakening, where I had a transcendent experience that all things were one, unified and stemming from and linking to a singular greater whole. Yet today, and the struggle of human consciousness, is that most people are not seeing it, simply not looking, or not even wanting to look. In modern science today, there are many scientists searching for an all-pervading theory of everything, something that unifies quantum mechanics and the theories of relativity. And so today,
like trees
we
and shit up
respectfully
here too.
present to you the conspiracy theory of everything. I invite you to watch this with the intention of self-reflection.
All right.
For as is the nature of consciousness itself, pointing the finger
We're going
and
in with an
blaming
open
others
mind.
only creates more of the same cycle that we've been trapped in. Liberating ourselves from the illusion is the only way to really break free of the shackles
liberating
that bind
myself
us
from the
to our
illusion,
lower
spirit
state of being.
science. Give it to me, baby. Uh-huh. The conspiracy theory of everything. I don't know how the fuck you got up here, bruh. I mean, I guess you probably just spawned up here, but still. Fuck, dude. Is it connected to the ground? No, it's not. Thought not. Fucking love Minecraft for shit like this. It's hilarious. You just find a floating fortress in the sky by accident. Are you serious? Someone's using the hard R on your fucking Minecraft short? Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Somebody's out here fucking... White supremacy's everywhere, baby. It's a fucking game about mining and crafting. And this dude's like, yeah, I remember them N-words being in the mines. Holy fuck. Oh, man. The internet's a wild place. All right, enlighten me, spirit science.
First, with the demiurge. The demiurge is an ancient Greek and Gnostic concept describing a consciousness that is considered to essentially be the creator of the physical universe, but not the supreme creative force behind all things.
Okay.
A good way to explore this idea is through The Matrix, a science fiction story.
So even though, like, I'm trying to go into this as blind as possible, quote unquote, but like, if he's citing The Matrix, the issue is that, like, I've read Baudrillard. Oh, neighbors. Usually I can't hear him up here. I've already, like, read Baudrillard, so I've kind of gotten, like, all of the concepts of The Matrix, like, from the original source. But, like, I'm gonna try and pretend like I don't know anything and just take him at his word and see if there's any, like, horse shit you can find just in his stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. You gotta love that. Someone shares, like, a fucking joke, they're memeing on somebody, and someone's like, yeah, well, you're an N-word. It's beautiful. We live in a world, don't we? Fuck. But yeah, I'm going into this as blind as I can. That's the goal. Oh man, I didn't realize it is directional. That's gonna be a problem. It's gonna look so stupid. I should have thought about this. Okay. Alright, we'll make the underlying part this basalt. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. Okay, that's how we'll do it. We'll go straight back. That'll give us a consistent look. Okay.
story that suggests everything we think we know of as the real world is nothing but an illusion, a false world within which most are imprisoned, unable to effectively identify what is real.
So
As
we're
people
like
go about their day-to-day
in the
lives,
Matrix?
they think that their world is authentic, but that every individual is truly plugged into an artificial reality severed from the real world. While people suffer, there is a tremendous benefit to the ruling overlords, who in the film were a form of AI.
Oh
As it
no.
relates to us, this AI is in essence the Demiurge.
The Demiurge.
The Demiurge was described as a force, a deity, or a consciousness who was responsible
shit.
for the
The
creation of the
Demiurge.
physical world and reality. However, in a way, it had imposed itself over top of the true reality,
Okay.
the supreme oneness that created all things.
Oh fuck, okay.
In this, it was a false god who had assumed authority over the world,
False god.
masking the living beings, namely us, from the supreme truth, the highest order of creation, and making us believe
Oh.
that what we experienced as real, the physical reality that we are a part of, was the true, authentic reality,
Oh shit.
even though it wasn't.
Am I not living the
Depending on
truth right
school
now?
and belief of different Gnostic sects, the Demiurge was either seen as something malevolent, deliberately trying to deceive us, or something that was simply ignorant or misguided of its place in the universe and the rest of creation, which led to us becoming lost in the illusion as a result. Said in simple terms, the Demiurge was the force behind the physical universe, but within our consciousness, so long as we perceived that which is physical to be real,
Oh.
we were
Okay, so what he's saying is that the Demiurge is a physical manifestation of our brains believing that the physical world is all that we know. So like what he's saying is that like methodological or philosophical materialists like are single-handedly responsible for the continued existence of the Demiurge. Okay. All right.
were slaves to the illusion of the false, or at least
Slaves.
incomplete reality.
Yes, I'm a
To that
slave.
end, these ancient people, at least those who were part of the ancient mystery schools, believed that the physical reality was an illusion. They sought to liberate themselves from the illusion of reality through varying spiritual practices, from meditation to plant medicine ceremonies and everything in between.
Plant medicine
in order to
ceremonies, baby.
connect with higher realms of existence and break free of the false world by finding the truth, the supreme
Okay.
oneness within.
All right. So what you have to do to achieve the supreme oneness is homeopathy and meditation. Well, I've done lots of meditation in my life. I'm still not quite there. What is it? Is it the homeopathy? Do I need to do more of that? Do I need to like dilute all my medicines with water? Is that like what I need to do? Because water, like, is that how I uncover the underlying reality?
This is because even the Demiurge and the physical universe still stemmed from the supreme oneness,
Oh, okay.
and the light of
That makes
truth
sense.
could be found within.
Oh, okay.
Known to the Gnostics as Sophia, meaning wisdom in Greek, it was the act of awakening this divine spark within us that would return us to the higher realms, which became the ultimate goal of many Gnostic schools. This is where we find
Oh,
the
okay.
roots of enlightenment
Got
and
it.
light concepts from around the world, which teach that within this world of suffering, we can release ourselves from the illusion through various forms of mastery and self-discipline, both physical, emotional, and mental. This, of course, takes considerable effort and intention to do so. In essence, transcendent people do what is hard, and that's why their lives are easy. People in suffering do what is easy, and that's why their lives are hard.
What? I'm sorry, my guy. That's just not how the world works. Those are not mutually exclusive things, and doing something that's like hard is a relative term. So like something that's hard for me is like we'll say for me it would be hard to deadlift 350 kilos, right? Because I'm pretty sure, isn't it like 500 kilos is like the current. We're checking it. Deadlift world record. Yeah, 500. It was actually Hafthor Bjornsson who did 501 because Eddie Hall and him had that big fucking thing where Eddie was like, you know, I guess he was just doing his thing, but he and fucking Thor were fucking fighting back and forth about something, and Thor was like, that's fine, you did 500 kilos, I'm doing 501 kilos. All right, so 350 kilos is a hard thing for me to deadlift, right? That would be incredibly hard. That is a hard thing. Deadlifting 350 kilos for me is difficult. Deadlifting 350 kilos for those guys is not. So, like, what does hard even mean? Doing difficult things is like, it's like a completely irrelevant statement because it's so subjective, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense to be like, well, it's because you're not doing difficult things. Well, like, what the fuck do you mean difficult things? Difficult for me? Difficult for you? Difficult for fucking Hafthor Bjornsson? Like, who are we talking about here, you know? It's all right. He's gonna enlighten us. I'm sorry. I'm using my rational physical brain too much.
Fast forward to
Gotta
today,
use my spirit brain.
there is a tremendous volume of voices from across the internet,
That's
exploring
true.
ideas, concepts, and sharing a metric buttload of memes. But amidst
Oh,
the
wow,
voices
a
of the
metric
masses,
buttload.
we find a new concept.
Oh my god, does swearing... Oh my fuck. Oh god. Does swearing keep you from achieving enlightenment? Am I fucked because I keep saying fuck? Oh no. Oh god, no. No. I'll never reach enlightenment, guys. It's ground into me now.
Emerging and being discussed in scientific and even some mainstream circles. An idea that proposes that the entire universe as we know of is actually a hologram or a simulation of
Whoa.
some kind.
No way.
Scientifically speaking, if we look at the cosmos from the perspective of quantum mechanics, there is a general acknowledgement that we really don't understand the universe like we thought we did. We are seeing the building blocks
Yeah?
of the universe,
Wait,
the
what?
subatomic
Yes?
particles, the waves, behaving in ways.
Bro, that's just how knowledge works. Like, that's just how knowledge works. Like, what? Like, back in the fucking 1400s, is this guy out here being like, listen, remember alchemy? We just recently have started uncovering alchemy. Before, we thought it was magic. So clearly we don't understand the universe as well as we thought we did. Like, what? Yeah, that's how progress works. It's a forward line. What the fuck? Oh, man. This shit is hilarious. You gotta laugh. Like, I'm trying to laugh because, like, if you take this seriously, like, ugh. Oof. Hologram Earth. Yeah, that's your spirit. See, spirit science isn't even original. They're out here stealing my chat's fucking ideas. I'm just saying it outright. You came up with it first, all right? I'll back you to the death on that one, all right? That was you guys. You figured it out, not spirit science, all right? Spirit science is a zealot. He is a liar and a traitor to the faith. You gotta laugh at this shit though, man, because like what the fuck else can you do, you know? Like, holy shit. Unreal.
Ways that do not make sense in the context of classical mechanics, which
Yeah.
reveal discrepancies in the laws of physics.
Why we have quantum.
Yet, the
mechanics.
laws of physics still stand and apply in a practical sense when talking about our macroscopic world.
No, they don't. That's the thing, okay? The thing is, the laws of physics that we thought were happening aren't actually happening. Force equals ma is not actually the technically correct way to do things, right? Technically, the correct way is to use relativity and do the field equations, right? That's the correct way to generate an actual force number. They only seem like they work because they're accurate enough, right? Like, if I'm looking to build something with structural stability, right? Like I'm going to build a house or whatever, right? And I need my house to withstand a certain level of force, all right? Let's say it's like 500 whatever, right? If it's 500 of whatever, and I can get it, like I test the equation and F equals ma gives me 500 exactly, and then Einstein's field equations instead give me like 500.000000256 or whatever. 500 basically works. It's almost right. It's right enough, right? So it's not that like they still work. They don't work. Not 100%, not accurately, technically. They just work well enough. And that's it, right? They just work well enough. Nothing else.
But the fabric of the reality that we live in operates by rules that we have yet to uncover.
Maybe.
The holographic universe seems in principle to be very much like how you might expect a movie and a projector to work in tandem. When you watch a movie, you enjoy it linearly, going through it one frame at a time, usually at 24, 30, or 60 frames per second.
Yep.
The stories on the screen follow a narrative of some kind, and generally speaking, there are definite laws that make up the universe you are experiencing in the film.
I'm glad he said generally, because a lot of films don't. I can show you a lot of TV shows, a lot of film that do not have consistent rules to their universe, so good caveat on that one.
Yet, the quantum world, on the other hand, is like being able to observe the entire roll of film timelessly at any point.
Yeah, they call it the B theory of time.
Zooming in on individual frames, playing things backwards, forwards, the sequels and prequels all at the same time.
No, false. Try again. That is not correct. Forwards, potentially. Backwards, no. That's why we don't have time travelers, right? You ever think about the time traveler paradox? Like, if time travel ever exists, where are all the fucking time travelers? Right? Because there would have to be some, right? In our universe. If time travel existed and you could go backwards in time and people did go backwards in time, you would have to be seeing time travelers today because you're backward in time. We, like, for all of history, we've never seen someone that is a time traveler. Even like ones that are weird and sketchy after investigating aren't very clearly aren't time travelers. Like there was one, I used to think it was possible because there was one fucking image of a dude that looked like he was wearing like fucking classic 2020 wear or whatever, 2015 wear or whatever, and the picture was taken in like the 60s, and then it turned out that no, actually that was commercially available clothing in the 60s. It's just the people didn't do it. Or like there was one where like someone looked like they had a cell phone, right? And like it turned out it was just like an old hearing aid. So like we still don't have any confirmed cases of like someone potentially being a time traveler, and you would imagine, especially if it was commercially viable, right? Which eventually it will, unless we get past capitalism. That's just how it works, right? We're looking to making like commercially available fucking space trips, which will happen probably eventually, and that's just how capitalism works generally. So like, where the fuck are all the time travelers if time travel exists? Well, you can't go backwards. That's what our physics has taught us. You cannot go backwards in time.
The particles and waves that make up our reality are non-linear and could potentially imply notions of retrocausality. And while they too follow their own set of laws, they are different from the world we exist in at a macro level. Another example of this is found in computer code.
Oh,
what you are seeing on your computer or phone screen at any given time is a filtered projection of what is really going on underneath the surface, designed to be easy for you to interpret. Yet, under the surface of these machines,
lots of ones
there
and
is a
zeros?
computer language that is incomprehensible to nearly everyone. Languages like binary and machine code are too simple to make complex algorithms effectively in. Instead, programmers use higher-level languages designed to be understood by humans to write code that is then translated into the lower base level machine code,
Yeah, that's true.
and then binary at the bottom. What you are seeing when you look at your phone or computer monitor ultimately comprises mountains of ones and zeros that lay under the surface of the digital world, just like what is under the surface of our own reality. You might be familiar with the ancient wisdom teaching, as above, so below, a concept that applies on several levels, describing that which exists in higher realities.
My man is unironically going back to alchemy. Like, unironically going back to alchemy. That's crazy, dude. Full Metal Alchemist up in here. Not Brotherhood. Brotherhood is trash. Fight me. The OG one, the 2003 Full Metal Alchemist, best Full Metal Alchemist. Don't at me. I will crush you on that.
Is a mirror of lower ones. So as with machine code and binary, ultimately all of that computational code is equal to and actively creates the digital experience on your devices. But they are two entirely different paradigms. This is the great challenge of modern science today, unifying quantum mechanics and general relativity, because we are unable to comprehend yet how the physical world and tangible substance, continuity, gravity, life, time, and consciousness emerge from this flux field of quantum information, which appears to operate by an entirely different set of laws related to statistics and probability.
Wait, like, we have like a pretty good idea on how most things came about. Like, the only thing we don't know is what happened before, like, you know, t=0, and that might be a fucking nonsense concept because t=0 means there was no time. So what could exist when there was no time? You know what I mean? Like, nothing. I don't know. I just don't, you know, I'm just not smart enough. Spirit Science is the guy that's he's murking me, you know? I gotta keep listening and learning, baby. If time travel would exist, up until now, there's not been a time when it would be safe to travel to, and even now it would be unsafe to just show up without a great potential threat towards the time travel. I mean, that's true. That is true. Potentially, like, especially given like immunities and shit. That's one of the things I think about a lot is like think about how devastating like the smallpox and shit was to the Native Americans, and imagine like in the future we've kind of gotten rid of these diseases so people don't have the same immunities to them, you know, like let's say 1,000 years in the future or whatever, we've gotten rid of like a lot of these diseases so they go back in time. It's like a time traveler today going back to like 1776 and having no antibodies for for smallpox because whatever. I don't know. We do we still do smallpox vaccines? Is that a thing? I don't fucking know. I'm not even gonna lie. I only know the big ones: measles, mumps, rubella, polio. You know, those ones. But I don't know. You know, I don't understand much of what goes on with quantum theories on a mathematical model, and neither does Jordan. So I don't know why either of us are sitting here acting like we would. No, I don't know why he's acting like it's even feasible that he has any idea what's going on.
Yet, like with machine code and computers, are they really so different? The question then becomes, as many are theorizing today, could our entire reality be nothing more than a simulation? An artificial
Probably
reality
not.
that our consciousness is plugged into?
Not impossible.
There are some
oddities
that have been captured on camera that some people...
So, like, the problem I see with this one, okay, and this is just me. I'm trying to go in, like I said, blind, like I don't know a whole lot. So I'm taking it as is and trying not to use as much of my pre-existing knowledge, to the best of my ability. But like, the problem I always have thinking about this is qualia, right? That's my problem, right? Because we don't know if there's ever an ability to bridge the qualia again. Right, you talk about like artificial intelligence, right? And artificial intelligence is, fucking getting up to where like it's already past us. It's beating us consistent. Like Magnus Carlsen cannot beat Stockfish. Just can't do it, right? So they clearly have the like intellectual capabilities that far surpass ours. But like I don't know if we'll ever be able to grasp the idea like AIs of whether or not like what an apple tastes like, or what red looks like, or what pain feels like. You know what I mean? Those first-hand necessary experiences that we call qualia, right? I don't know if we'll ever bridge that gap. And the issue is that I know I experience qualia, and likely everyone around me experiences qualia as well, right? If there's anything I know in the whole universe, which again, I don't know, maybe I don't know, but the qualia, the experience I've had, is something that I have experienced, right? And we don't know if that level of recognition is something we can get out of AI. So if we're just a simulation, we would be AI, right? And if that's the case, how the fuck did we ever figure out qualia? Now, I'm not saying we can't. I'm not saying it's impossible. Maybe in later forms of civilization, we finally figure out what qualia is, and fuck, maybe we make AI with qualia. But I personally am not convinced that we're able to yet, and I'd have to see some mighty fine fucking evidence that qualia can be created through AIs before I would be willing to even entertain the notion that like this is a simulation, right? The brain in the vat theory is like one thing because it's just you're the localized person, experience things, so like it allows the presupposition of your experience to still be true. But the issue is that like with this particular situation, I'll build some stirs. Already they're coming out? Jesus. They're probably from the other day, aren't they? Fucking zombies everywhere. Fuck all y'all. Get out of here. But yeah, I'd have to see some evidence that we could do qualia before I'd believe that we're in a simulation. Because like the brain in a vat theory allows me to still presuppose that all of my like experiences are valid, but that they just happened in a position, like in a way that doesn't actually exist in line with like the real world, right? But like my experiences are still valid, right? But until we get like a way to guarantee that we can do qualia some way or another, I'm not gonna be out here like supporting that shit. No fucking chance. But I'll let him go. Maybe he'll prove it to me.
Glitches in the Matrix. Now maybe
Yeah,
these
give me some
oddities are
glitches.
fake. Who knows? But as an example, we do have this curious clip of a bird who is perched in midair without moving before flying away. There was also this news footage from Russia several years ago that someone caught an individual levitating on camera.
Oh my god, dude. The first one looks good, right? The first one is like, oh fuck, what is that? And then like the next one, the kid like flying or whatever, the people came out and said it was fake. Like the people involved said that it was fake. They were like doing it for like a project or whatever. So like what known fakes is what we're going to now, Jordan? Jesus, man, come on.
But when the guy with the camera called out to them, the girl dropped down and ran away. Now, again, I'm not trying to say this is hard evidence of a real-life Matrix, but it certainly compels curiosity. And this is what it's really all about. Humanity living in the question, in the mystery of life. And these strange occurrences that beg us to ask the question, what is the true nature of reality?
So what my issue, okay? This is my problem with people like Jordan, is what happens if we discover what the real truth behind reality is? Like, what happens then? You know what I mean? Oh my god, yeah, you're probably right, dude. There's gonna be a whole shitload of them down there, huh? I had to box it in and then like put some water in, push them down into some fucking lava or something, get a whole shitload of items. That'd be pretty cool. That's the way to do it, right? Do it like that. Pop, pop. We'll put you in here for now. Trying to be least light as possible. So fucking digging that shit out and get it all ready and jacked and fucking set to go good. But like, what happens if we do finally find what we're looking for with this, right? The thing that I worry about with people like Jordan specifically is that if we find these things and we understand what is happening, then the question is gone. And this idea that he has of us like living, quote unquote, in the question, right, as he puts it, like that's fine, that's interesting, but if the question gets answered, then there's no living left to do, according to you. And that's not a good perspective on the world, right? Like, I mean, I can't be the only one thinking that, right? Like, that if the question's answered and living can only happen if the question is unanswered, then living can't happen, right? That's not good. I don't like that. That's bad. It's the opposite of good.
Now, on that note, I encourage you to please do your own research and go down these rabbit holes yourself.
Do your own research
and make up your own mind. In this way, you become a conduit of free thought, rather than following in the herd mentality of that which has been established for you by the powers that be and society at large. Even
but this is what I mean, though, right? This is the issue, is that if I use my free thought and I come to the same conclusion as quote unquote society at large, right? If me and society agree, Jordan and I will not agree, even though it's my free thought getting me there. If I do all of my own research, I look into everything for myself, and then at the end of it, I agree with the people that he disagrees with, he's not going to just be like, oh, okay, I guess we just have a disagreement. He'll be like, your mind just isn't open yet. I know, because I've fucking dealt with these people in real life. Like, if I come to that conclusion, just respect that I came to that conclusion and fuck off in your own fairyland, dude. All right, I'm not coming to your house and fucking arguing with you about it, right? So how about you respect my opinion, I respect yours, and then we fuck off. Oh. Underestimated that. I'm bad at this fucking Minecraft parkour, I gotta tell you. I keep dying from like jumping down giant holes and shit.
The laws of physics as we know them today say that this is impossible, levitation or birds perched in midair. We also know that the laws of physics are incomplete. We don't even know how to properly fit gravity into our standard model of physics, and perhaps unlock.
Yes, we Yes, we do. What the fuck does he think is going on with, like, what does he think gravity is? Like, holy shit, dude. Does he mean like we haven't found the graviton yet? Because I mean, that's true, I guess, but like, we have a pretty fucking good grasp on what gravity is and how it works. So like, man, fucking spirit science. I'm buying it. We're saying, oh, okay, I guess we don't really know what gravity is. That's what I'm gonna say for now, okay? Just buying it. I'm saying we don't know gravity. Gravity fucking is a mystery to us of the highest extent. All right, I'm gonna put some chests up here. Then I'm gonna have to make some dirt stairs or something to get villagers up there. I'm gonna start all of my farms up on here. I'm gonna make it like one huge fucking island in the sky. It's gonna be fucking lit, dude.
These secrets will change everything for us.
All right.
And this brings us to our primary key, where we begin with our conspiracy theory of everything.
Okay.
The basis from which everything to come will build off of.
Oh god, I'm so excited.
Is, in essence, a lesson about the illusion of reality.
Oh.
That the entire world as we conceive it to be is based on what we perceive with our physical senses,
yes,
which is a limited experience of the totality of that which exists in the whole universe.
Yes.
This idea
suggests
experience. That the illusion of the cosmos is incomplete, and as long as we believe in only it by itself, we too shall remain incomplete. We are living within.
Okay, so like this is my issue. Okay, here we go. if I am a physical being that exists in a physical world of some sort, even if there is a metaphysical world that exists outside, right? Something that exists beyond and better than me in some way or what the fuck ever, right? If that is something that is happening, then how the fuck am I supposed to witness it if I don't have any way to witness it? If I can't experience it, then how am I supposed to take it into account? And this is like my favorite fucking analogy. This is like one of the things I live my entire life by right here. I'm sharing it with you guys. All right. This is like prime fucking Neil philosophy here. Okay. The real deal philosophy coming at you. The invisible gardener, baby. I've talked about it before, I'm sure, and I will talk about it again. But it is the single greatest response to shit like this. If you tell me, right, you see some fucking roses out in the woods, you and I go out there, right, and you're like, man, these roses are so cool. There must be like a gardener out here fucking taking care of them. Otherwise, like, there's no way this stuff would be out here. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, maybe they just grew that way. And you're like, come on, no fucking way. Doesn't it look designed or whatever? Come on, we'll set up a trap. We'll find this gardener and then I'll prove it to you. And I say, okay, let's set up a trap. Then we set up a trap and, you know, make it to where no entrances or exits anywhere around it can be accessed in any way. And then the gardener doesn't show up. Okay. You're like, that's okay. He's clearly, he's intangible. I'm like, okay, well, let's set up video cameras. So we set up video cameras and, you know, weeks go by and we don't see anything. Oh, well, he's invisible. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know, let's get some dogs, some lasers, you know, let's just make sure that we use every sense we have at our ability and do what we can to find it, right? And weeks go by and we don't see any fucking gardener. Okay, now the question is, if a gardener is entirely intangible, imperceptible in every way, has no notable effect on the world in some way that we can recognize, right? And we cannot interact with it. What's the difference between it and a gardener that doesn't exist? Like, what's the difference between a gardener that doesn't have tangibility or fucking visibility, no senses can perceive it, no camera can detect it, nothing can pick up what it is? What's the difference between that particular thing and one that doesn't exist? I would love to hear the difference because I don't see one. And that's what I mean here. Like, sure, Jordan, maybe, just maybe, you're right. There's like some secret shit going on. There's a second form of reality, a higher form of reality that exists, and we are just not perceiving it. And cool, I'm cool with that. I'll learn. I'll embrace that reality when we find it. That's fine. I don't mind that. But like, what the fuck do you expect me to do until then? Do you want me to like give up the one and only life that I know that I have in pursuit of something that you can't prove or justify? No, I'm going to do my best, living my life to the fullest and answering whatever questions I can. And, you know, if I don't find any fucking special, excellent, ultra reality, then, oh well, for me, it didn't exist, right?
In a material universe, yes, but there is more to the cosmos than just that.
And prove it.
And as long as we choose to believe in this limited reality, we will continue to perpetuate its existence.
Like,
It is only by embracing that which we don't know and asking the right questions.
Oh my god, dude. This is, like, I know I keep stopping it, but this is my problem, is like, yeah, asking questions is good. Answering questions is good. All of that is good. Learning is good. I love learning. Learning is excellent. Let's all learn together. That's beautiful, right? But if you posit something, cannot prove it, and then expect it to be taken seriously, like, we just can't do that. A society that does that is doomed to fail, right? Can you imagine, like, someone's like, I believe that drinking water leads to growing a third arm. And then people are like, oh yeah, fucking I want a third arm. And then they drink so much water they die of overhydration or whatever. Or they stop drinking water because they think it's fucking immoral and against God or what the fuck ever, right? Like, if you cannot prove to me that drinking water gives you a third arm if it never does it? And you're like, well, it gives you a spiritual third arm. Like, fucking eat shit, buddy. I don't give a damn. Okay? All right? That's fine. You fucking have your spiritual third arm, or I'll have my spiritual third arm, or what the fuck ever, and then we'll keep living, okay? I'll keep asking questions, you keep asking questions, but I'll actually ask the questions, and if there's an answer, I'll accept the answer. Like I said, part of being an adult, part of being mature, is recognizing that sometimes there is a best answer for something. Shitty, you know, but sometimes there just is.
Can we break free of the fetters that bind us?
Oh.
In the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, there is a great deal of discussion that describes the human soul.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, man, the psychic attacks have to stop. I know we're watching Spirit Science, but Jesus Christ. Oh. You don't understand. You're not tapping into the truth of reality. See, in the Emerald Tablets from the Atlantean Thoth, who's also an Egyptian god. What are we doing? Oh my god. I cannot believe this dude has like 1.5 million subscribers. This dude does this for a living and makes more money than I might ever make. And holy shit, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Fuck, I'm dying.
As a light trapped in the veil of the night, a metaphor suggesting that the night is the illusion of separateness, the soul disconnected from the supreme oneness, or simply trapped in illusions in general. Basically anything that is not the highest truth.
Gotcha.
It is the unilluminated mind that actively creates the reality.
Man, I mean, that's not true to all of our knowledge, but the fucking, I have so many problems with the idea of truth as like oh, I didn't realize I already have all these chests. Truth as a noun is a problem for me. We all use it that way, but like, what the fuck does that mean, right? Like, higher truth, the truth, right? And this is what I mean. You want to ask questions, ask good questions. This is a good question. What do we mean when we say truth? If we use truth as a noun instead of an adjective, we don't define something as being true, but instead having the characteristic, of truth, then like, what does it mean to have the characteristic of truth? Like, what does that mean? And if you can't answer that, like, what is your answer and how does it work? And to me, like, I'm a pragmatist, right? Something has truth simply if it is continually testable and repeatable, right? I don't care if I'm hooked into the Matrix. If I'm hooked into the Matrix right now, right? If I'm living my life in a simulation, it doesn't change the fact that I'm playing Minecraft right now. And if you're going to tell me like, no, bro, you're not playing Minecraft right now, you're hooked in the Matrix. Like, maybe what you're saying is more accurate to the reality that exists out there. But if I have no access to it, and it turns out that I can't make any predictions, I cannot live my life in accordance with the theory that I'm in the Matrix. If that's the case, then what does it matter anyway? Like, what's the point of truth that serves no purpose, right? Like, why have it? What does it accomplish? Why do we value it at all then? Right? And this is what I mean, right? Like, as much as I hate fucking Nietzsche, I don't like Nietzsche's works because he's a dipshit in my opinion, but he has some smart ideas out there, and like some of them is related to like what we value, and that the things that we value have been things that have been taught to us, right? Which Spirit Science undoubtedly, you know, Jordan would agree with, right? That a lot of our values are not values that we have authentically, but values that we've been given by society. And if that's the case, my guy, Jordan, homeboy, valuing truth at all is necessarily part of that societal upbringing. especially if you define truth as one of these fucking nouns, right? So yeah, chill. Shit, really? All right. Man, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go find my niche. You know? I was thinking of doing Dark Souls stuff. I fucking love Mega Man. I'm put it out there, specifically the X series. I can play that all fucking day. I know Minecraft's like fucking huge, but I don't know, I guess Minecraft and politics probably is. What game was it, if you don't mind me asking? I'm kind of curious.
That it perceives to be real. And as
Sorry,
such,
guys, talking in
humanity
chat.
lives out its days in the dark, veiled in the illusion of one's own beliefs, disconnected from any higher reality. This was portrayed excellently in Marvel's Doctor Strange, when Stephen denies anything beyond the material universe, and then is shown a glimpse of the multidimensional nature of reality, that thoughts are
Wait, but that's like... That's what we're talking about, though. He lived exclusively in a world that he could perceive and pick up on, right? And he continued to do that until such a time that a new world was opened to him, right? And if he's going through testing all of his experiences, doing his best to figure out what is and isn't true in this world or whatever, and he's living his best by whatever principles he can find, then like what the fuck are we talking about, right? He's doing what all of these atheists that like Jordan would take huge issue with are doing. Like, if you can show me, if you can give me that oracle shit, right? If you can do that, then yeah. Fuck yeah, I'll believe. Pocky Ninja. Oh shit. Just straight up ripped characters from Naruto and Bleach. Okay. Yeah, I can see why that would probably be an issue for copyright. Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know. That seems kind of cool, though. That's kind of like the fucking Mugetsu battle or whatever, where you, like, can pick any character from all of anime or whatever, and then, like, make them fight each other. I guess that one's not monetized, I think. That one's, like, pure, like, open source or whatever, so maybe it's different for that. I'm not super familiar with all the copyright laws, but, you know. Sounds fun.
things. He has shown that all of us steer the reality field by our conscious intent. But yet, as we become complacent in the creation of...
So, like, I don't mind that idea that we all, like, steer reality in a way, but the issue is that we do it through, like, really weird means that are always physical in nature, right? Like, think about it. Right now, I'm talking on the internet to a couple of people. I reach 300 people or so with each Tim Pool video I make. And because of that, I have an effect on their day, whether they like that or not, right? I have done something that will permanently affect the outcome of their life. And because of that, they will do things differently than they would have had I not impacted them, right? So, like, that idea isn't bullshit. The idea that like the butterfly effect style thing, right? Because the idea is that, yeah, if you interact with even just one person, it's possible for that one person to be affected, and then that one person goes and meets a bunch of other people, and then they're all affected, right? So, like, yeah, you can do that with entirely naturalistic means, though. That doesn't have, you don't have to have some fucking Doctor Strange third eye special world to get there. That's just fact. Oh, fuck, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. If it was, like, super pay to win and hella monetized, then yeah, probably not. That makes sense. It's different if it's, like, a fucking no-profit, like, fan game or whatever, but I get that.
of our lives, we give up control of the driver's seat. But then the question is, who is driving the ship? Literally anyone and everything else. Carl Jung called it the collective unconscious.
Fucking goddamn it. Carl Jung's a fucking moron. I get so fucking get so irked every time I hear people talk about Carl Jung and Jungian fucking archetypes and shit, because like the issue is that they are archetypes, right? It's like a fucking astrology. Like it's exactly the same as astrology. You just pick whatever sounds best to you, and then boom, just like that, you're a Jungian archetype. You fucking get out of here, okay? No, people aren't like fucking archetypes that you can put into a box and just check mark like, oh, yep, oh, there it is. I see you. You fit this exact description in my mind, and then ignore everything that doesn't. And it's always the worst, like the worst counting the hits and ignoring the misses type deal, you know, where they're like, oh, yes, it looks like you have quality A, B, and C, and we need A, B, C, and D. You don't have D, but that's okay. Give me just a second. Woo! All right. Here we are. We're back. Sorry.
Collective mind field of everyone whose thoughts and feelings influence our own very decisions and actions by the concentration of their energetic weight. Whether it be the media, the news, advertisements, what your family or friends tell you, or things that you just happen across on the internet. Ultimately,
or what about things you think? What about things that you just experience? What about looking at a bird in the sky? Doesn't that count? Right? You notice that, like, this is one of the things that's irritating, is that there's always like a fucking I don't know how I want to put it. There's always like a fucking twist to this stuff. There's always like an angle that they have where he's not just talking about your conscious experience, because otherwise he would mention things about like the smell of the air and the taste of dinner or whatever, right? He's talking specifically about the media you take in, because he's one of these fucking alternate media gurus. In fact, I'm pretty sure he has like a whole fucking cult. So like, you know, there's always a fucking spin. Instead of just addressing the fact that our like conscious experience informs our other actions, and then talking about all of the things in our conscious experience, he specifically picks things that he believes are coercive about it, instead of saying on the outset, like, hey, these are things that are coercive, and coercive things have a negative effect on you. So it always feels like there's this level of dishonesty where he's trying to use unambiguous, like, easily acceptable terms, and then says some dumb shit in response. Like a classic, like, Mott and Bailey. He says something generally agreeable and then says something fucking ridiculous in response after.
All of it is processed by our egos, which shape who we think we are as we disconnect further from the nature of our being. So the question then becomes,
there we go.
What is the truth? What is the higher reality? And how do we connect with it? The ancient wisdom teachings describe that the quest for wisdom, or enlightenment, or the true nature of being, is a continuous journey into the unknown, and the illumination that we are active creators of our lives, not simply beholden unto the preconceived patterns that we've been following in. The great truth we must understand about the Demiurge is that we are the ones who actively perpetuate its existence by believing in the physical universe as the ultimate reality. Your beliefs shape the reality that you experience, as Dr. Bruce Lipton has demonstrated.
But like, what if I'm waiting for the demonstration of that? Because I bet it's the fucking rice shit. They always love going to like the fucking rice or whatever the fuck it was, the plants, whatever the fuck, where like the plants look different if you say positive affirmations or whatever, you know? No, this is basalt. This is polished basalt, baby. Oh yeah. And this farm is going to be an everything farm. All right, I found this naturally. You missed it. I found this naturally floating in the sky. You can see like the outline of it right here, right? And if you look, you go down. I'll fucking come down. I'll show you for a second. Right? This is how it just appeared naturally, and then I started building on it. Because what I'm going to do is turn it into like I said, like an everything farm. I'm gonna put fucking villager farms up here, an iron farm up here, all kinds of shit up here. Nice. They were bean plants, you say? Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, the issue is that like there's no control to it, so if that's the case, you know, like he's fucking full of shit. Because you have to have a control group, otherwise the experiment doesn't fucking work, right? And you have to be able to figure out what it is that's causing it. If the only difference is the positive and negative affirmations, right? If that's it, then you should be able to do that with other things. Like, let's say, positive or negative affirmations that it can pick up on, like, through writing, for example, exposing it to stuff like that. Whereas, like, who fucking knows? Maybe the sound waves, maybe you're talking at it different, all kinds of shit. But the issue is that there wasn't a control. But, you know. Yeah, I'm hoping to have, like, a big fucking sprawling metropolis. And my homeboy, my other viewer, was, like, talking about how it's gonna be a fucking hell of a mob farm under here. And it sure fucking is. You can already see, like, oof. Big nasty. All right, give me more spirit science, baby. Tell me what I'm missing.
Through his work with the biology of belief.
Kissing on a man when I'm working in the kitchen.
The beliefs and ideas that we hold in our minds can be scientifically proven to affect how our DNA and cells express themselves.
What the fuck? Nah, come on. No fucking way. You expect me to believe that? Just outright, just fucking some dude on the internet said it, so now I believe that, like, our fucking genes change based on how we think. Like, our genes just change. Like, not even like, he's not even like, you can convince yourself to do things you wouldn't otherwise do by believing. He's like, if you believe correctly, you physically change your genetic makeup. What the fuck, dude? That's what yeah, it could be like excess carbon. It could be that you're shouting at one of them instead of like talking at the same level, and the fucking decibels irritate the one that you're shouting at, you know? All kinds of shit. If you don't have a control, it doesn't matter. But this man straight up said it. You heard it. Fucking genes can be edited through thoughts alone, baby. That's fucking, go tell CRISPR. I'm sure they'd want to know.
If you believe you are a lowlife with nothing going on and will die alone and miserable, guess what kind of life you will lead? If you believe you can change the world, guess what kind of life you will lead? In order to break free of the limitations
Forgot about that, man. Forgot that, like, there's no chance you live a good life as a depressed person. I forgot about how, like, you know, people like fucking Nietzsche existed, Schopenhauer existed. I forgot. I don't know the name of Schopenhauer because he was depressed and thought he wouldn't live a good life. Forgot about that. Like, you know, fucking stupid, dude. It's ridiculous. Like, you can take all of these fucking pessimist philosophers, and there's one dude, I can't remember the name of the philosopher, but he was such a pessimist philosopher that he ended up killing himself because of his pessimism, right? And like, he affected people later on. He didn't think he was going to have any effect on the world. He fucking straight up ended his life because he thought he wouldn't have any effect on the world. So, like, what is your point there? Like, what This is what I mean. And one counterexample is enough. That ends it, right? One counterexample. It's like the Black Swan. Done. Yeah, exactly. If you're a sad person, you're a terrible person and live a terrible life. That's holy shit, dude.
Imposed upon us, we must first believe that it's possible to do so. We
All
must
right.
open ourselves to a greater truth, a greater reality, one that is beyond the demiurge, and perceive a cosmic truth that forever changes life as we know it. Yet, humanity is not paying attention to messages like this in mass, and there is a reason for it. It is a very significant and critical thing, for this one piece of the puzzle must be resolved in order for humanity to truly advance as a species and break free of illusion collectively.
Oh, what is
Our
it?
journey down the rabbit hole
What are we gonna
is
do?
only just beginning.
Let's do it. Yeah, take me further in your rabbit hole.
This is where our conspiracy theory of everything is going to get dark.
Okay.
And I mean really dark.
Yeah, give it to me.
In the disconnection of the soul, the ego runs rampant, and
Okay.
this is the source of our suffering, and how we are controlled by the elite. For this, I
See?
must offer you a warning.
Illuminati.
We must be
instantly.
aware of the horrific nature of humanity if there is to be any healing done. Light must be brought to darkness, and the darkness must be faced if
The
we
One
ever wish
Piece
to
is
solve our
real!
problems for good. Be warned that the following contains mature subject matter and may offend some audiences. Viewer discretion is
I can't
advised.
handle it. I'm not mature enough.
There is a sickness deep in the heart of human consciousness, a putrid evil that is running rampant through the underbelly of modern society,
Oh, fuck.
rarely seen or discussed in public, but is the ultimate source of all
shit.
of our misery, our suffering.
Oh my god, what is it?
This evil masks itself on the surface
Tell me, quick.
appearance of the world, with
Hurry.
the pretense that everything
Oh
is
my
okay.
god, what's happening?
Life is good, and look at all of the fun that we're having. However, this illusion is as false a reality as the demiurge, and in fact, they're
That's
simply
what I'm
a
saying,
reflection
baby.
of each
No
other.
conspiracy needed.
As above, so below.
As above, so below.
This evil takes its roots on many levels, and one of the darkest ways that it manifests is in the form of sexual energy manipulation and pedophilia. Jeffrey Epstein was the first public domino, a sick and twisted figure, or soulless.
Oh, fuck, dude. He's so fucking stupid. Oh, God. Why is he so fucking dumb? Holy shit. I forgot every materialist is a fucking pedophile. Duh. Duh. Every materialist is a pedophile. Why didn't I remember that? Holy fuck, dude. What a piece of shit human. Like, I'm pretty sure he was a Christian, my guy. He believed in a higher power too, alright? Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Most of you fucking assholes are Christians. I don't know about spirit science, though. Spirit science probably believes that, like, the Christian God is a physical representation of the universe and is one with all, and all is one. But also, like, the Bible's pretty cool, but not as cool as the fucking Emeralds of Thoth. Oh, you're right. It's the vaccine. That's what did it. Duh. Fuck, I got the vaccine now. Okay. You're right. You're right. Duh. Jesus. How do I forget all this stuff? Horse. Fucking ridiculous, dude. All right.
Ego, if you will, who arranged and organized a large sex trafficking ring of women and girls, often underage, abusing them and forcing them to have sex not just with him, but
Epstein
with other high-profile
Epstein was a
individuals.
fucking monster, yeah.
Most notably was Prince Andrew of the British royal family,
Yep.
with an accusation from a woman named Virginia Roberts that Epstein
Him,
forced her
Clinton,
to have sex
Trump.
with the prince on at least 3 separate occasions.
All kinds of people.
The overwhelming evidence suggests that Prince Andrew is guilty, and he nearly incriminated himself during his BBC interview attempting to respond to these allegations. In
That's
the
pretty
interview,
funny. That
Prince
sounds like
Andrew
something he'd
claimed
do.
that his final meeting with Epstein was purely to tell him, "I am cutting off contact with you," and then proceeded to stay at Epstein's place for 3 days while young women were observed being brought into and out
Oof.
of the home repeatedly during that time.
Okay.
When questioned why he stayed there
Waiting for the
3
relevance.
days, he claimed that it was purely a convenient location to stay while he was in town. and never saw any of these women, despite a claim that observed him getting a foot massage from a young woman inside the house during that time.
Ew. I
Epstein
believe that.
was
He's probably a
dominant,
piece of shit.
revealing a much larger sex trafficking ring that is going on worldwide, as we know definitively
Yeah?
that Bill Clinton himself had been to Epstein Island, Jeffrey's favorite place to take and rape young women.
Yeah?
Bill had been there at least 20 times, and Hillary Clinton had been there at least 6, along with a notable list of high-profile individuals who have also visited this remote
Yeah?
island
All
in the
kinds of
Virgin
them?
Islands. The question then is, how big
Yeah?
and how deep does this really go? If Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, was this heavily involved with Epstein, who else might be connected with this network of pedophiles
All
and rapists?
Fucking kinds of people?
The Epstein scandal
what-
was akin to tripping
What the fuck does this have to do with the theory of everything? Like, this is what I mean. He's trying to associate, like, not believing in spirit science's fucking bullshit as you being a pedophile. Like, you're just a pedophile if you don't believe in what he's saying. So, like, what? That's the only thing I can reasonably gather from this, unless, like, there's some wrap up at the end of this that, like, pulls it all together. But, like, what? What the fuck does Jeffrey Epstein have to do with anything we've been talking about so far, if not? I just wish I could understand it, you know? Maybe it's that I haven't opened up my third eye yet, you know? So, you know. Hey, listen. I was there with spirit science. We were doing spirit science stuff, okay?
over something big, and it's up to all of us to pull back the curtains and reveal what's really going on. The stories and
What is
conspiracy
really
theories
going on?
around this go very deep, suggesting that at the highest level, the ruling elite of the world sustain themselves on the energy of the innocent. That pedophilia and rape
he's
gives an
the-
individual a high.
Adrenochrome! He's doing adrenochrome! He's on ironically adrenochroming right now. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh my god, this dude fucks kids too. I guarantee it. I've never heard anyone talk this much shit about, like, pedophiles and, like, adrenochrome and not also be fucking part of this scheme. Okay? This dude is gonna use his power. You're gonna find out he's gonna, like, fuck a 15-year-old at some point, and he's gonna be like, I was opening up their chakras. You don't understand. I got it from the emerald fucking tablet of Thoth. Thoth, sorry. Fucking ridiculous, dude. I'm waiting. He's gonna say it, I bet.
Taking one's purity, shattering one's innocence, and giving them a feeling of power and authority over others through horrifying sexual energy manipulation.
Sexual.
But this isn't even the worst part, with stories of adrenochrome,
There it
compound
is!
formed by the oxidation of adrenaline in the body, formed naturally when we experience extreme fear and stress. The pervading theory on the internet suggests that the ruling elite of the world use children in insidious rituals.
You know you can fucking... You know for a fact anything on the internet's real. So. Yeah, it's only materialists that believe in and use adrenochrome. Yeah, that's it. You're right. Woke oxidization. Oh, fuck, dude.
Torturing them, draining their blood, extracting the adrenochrome, and injecting it within themselves, providing them with heightened energy and the appearance of youthfulness, among other things.
Bruh, have you seen Nancy fucking Pelosi? She looks like she's like 7,000 years old, okay? Have you seen Hillary Clinton? She looks like she's like a fucking mummy with fucking caked on makeup, okay? These people do not look fucking young, all right? Bill Clinton was like, what, 50 when he was in office? And the dude looked like he was 65, okay? Can we fucking stop acting like they fucking look young? They don't fucking look young, okay? They just fucking don't. These people don't look like young, healthy people, all right? I love pointing to Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is the one they always like. They're like, Nancy Pelosi, fucking Satanist cult, fucking adrenochrome, fucking yeah, boy, that's the killer, fucking treason. And then like, what the fuck? If she's been taking adrenochrome, it doesn't fucking work, does it? That woman looks like a fucking skeleton, okay? She looks like she's like fucking 6 days away from fucking mummification, okay? Can we fucking relax? Fucking Thoth would know something about that, right? Fucking Jesus. Ridiculous, dude. How do you expect me to take you serious when this is the shit you're saying? Fucking adrenochrome. Brilliant. Spirit science, fucking excellent. Smart fucking human. Smartest human on the fucking planet, alright? Everyone else in the world, fucking doctors, lawyers, scientists. Nah, dude. Spirit fucking science. Jesus. Exactly, dude. If anyone on the planet, there are only 2 fucking people on the planet, I would believe you. Right? Like, if you were like, they're using adrenochrome and it's what actually happens, Jennifer Aniston and Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm pretty sure Jamie Lee Curtis is like fucking 70, dude. Like, she's got gray hair or whatever, but like, that's it. And like, Jennifer Aniston is also like in her mid 50s, I'm pretty sure, maybe 60, and the chick looks like she's 30. Okay, so like, maybe pick people that fucking actually more like spitting bullshit. Nah, you're right. He's super intelligent. I can't argue with that. I mean, he's so fucking brilliant. Fuck, dude. All right, for now, I'm gonna make a dirt doorway archway to keep all the mobs out, but I gotta have like gotta have doors to, you know, keep them out. And I gotta have stairs so I can eventually get the fucking villagers up here. Fucking make sure these fuckers can't really get anywhere. Spiders might get up here, but that's okay. I'll just murk the shit out of them. Easy fight, baby. Some skeletons I always get worried about.
It should be known that adrenochrome first made it big due to Aldous Huxley's 1954 book, The Doors
Oh my
of Perception,
god.
discussing the nature of adrenochrome, and was later referenced in Hollywood movies including A Clockwork Orange with Drenchrome, as well as in the film Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas,
Okay.
which many suggest is the true origin of this theory. However, while
Yeah,
it may be easy to
literally
dismiss this
fiction.
idea, there are certain anomalies that stand out when investigating this material.
Tell me, please, for the love of
The
God.
biggest may very well be the conspiracies and scandals surrounding Hillary Clinton.
Give it to me,
and
baby.
a particular laptop previously owned by former US politician Anthony Weiner. On November 4th,
Can't believe that's a real
2016,
person.
Eric Prince appeared on Breitbart Radio, and he outlined
Instantly untrustworthy. I'm sorry, Breitbart, straight up liars. Emeralds, yeah, that's smart. That's the way to do
the
it.
discoveries on the Weiner laptop that was being blocked
The Weiner
by
laptop.
Attorney General Lynch. He said that they found a lot of really damning criminal information, including money laundering and the fact that Hillary went to the sex island with Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
Sidney Powell
Yeah?
at Hillsdale College called out the FBI, claiming
Oh
that
my
there's
God.
a lot that can be prosecuted there.
Sidney Powell is the fucking release the Kraken bitch that said unironically that the ghost of Hugo Chavez rigged the election. Spirit Science believes that the ghost of Hugo Chavez rigged the election. I just want you to understand, like, what we are dealing with is like next level dipshittery. There is no saving anyone related to this channel. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't, what are you supposed to do with these people? Like, I'm fucking legitimately at a loss for words right now. I don't know how you fucking interact with people that think that Hugo Chavez's ghost was able to rig a US election. But somebody will figure it out.
And that some of the police officers
Honestly, I'm probably
who
gonna need to
initially
sleep,
were
or them fucking
investigating the
phantoms are gonna
laptop
show up.
saw some things that made them have to go and throw up. Shortly after that, the NYPD chief who was directly involved in
fuck.
Anthony Weiner's laptop case killed himself. Or at least, so the story goes. Then again, the official story is that Epstein killed himself. However,
Oh, okay.
investigations into the
That
nature
makes
of his
sense.
death calls all of this into question, essentially suggesting that his death was not a suicide, but rather that he had information that he could have used to prosecute many high-level individuals,
Yeah.
and someone shut him up before he had the chance to speak. As far as
Yeah?
Hillary's emails go, many claimed that certain code words were being used consistently to refer to children for use in strange and mysterious events. Of course,
okay.
the conspiracy gets even darker.
Where's the evidence
from
of
there,
that?
suggesting that at the highest level, the control and manipulation of our species may even come from a non-human source, those of a reptilian nature. The theory
Oh my god, dude, this guy makes Alex Jones look like a genius. Holy fuck. Subterranean fucking, oh my god, lizard people. Jesus Christ, spirit science is like, oh, I'm dying here, dude. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, please give me evidence of the reptiles.
suggests that Epstein was merely one messed up pawn in a much larger game.
This is, just look at this. This is what he thinks reality is. That's what he thinks. That is reality. This shit here.
Controlling and
What evidence does he have? Some dude on fucking Reddit told him. That's what evidence he has, baby.
influencing the world order. Theories range as to whether or not these reptilians are physical
What's the source? I made it the fuck up.
shapeshifters, non-physical entities who control people's minds,
True,
or a
true.
scapegoat theory
Really
for
a
something
photo
else
from the White
entirely.
House.
The idea itself was illustrated very well in the movie
Oh my god, don't you fucking quote John Carpenter. John Carpenter would fucking fist fight you, okay? John Carpenter personally hates your guts. If I showed John Carpenter your fucking shit right now, and you had, like, you guys talked for any amount of time, John Carpenter would openly shit in your fucking mouth. They live is specifically about capitalism and the media making sure to re-fucking iterate all of capitalism. Like, it... Oh, fuck, dude. It's like such an obviously anti-conservative and anti-Reagan thing. And it's so fucking wild to me when we get conspiracy dipshits fucking... Like, oh, they live. It's fucking real life. It's real life, just like they said in real life. Yeah, okay, man. Way to fucking miss the point of the art. This is, you can't take people like this serious. They have no fucking media analysis. Just none at all. It's out fucking landish. Fucking outlandish, dude. That was the deep state trying to get me to shut up because they don't like what I'm saying. Prove me wrong.
They Live, showing people as weird aliens who used a particular signal from a radio tower to mask their appearance from the public, but were otherwise living among us and enslaving our mass consciousness. And you can watch our video breakdown of this movie right
we
here
have
on our
to.
channel.
Eventually, we have to.
Nevertheless,
Because this dude's
the
fucking
ones
retarded
pulling
and doesn't
all of the
understand
strings
it.
today are generally called the deep state, the manipulative
The
group
deep state.
controlling human consciousness
The deep
through
state.
nefarious means. But with that, the mysteries of who is behind all of this aside, how exactly do the world elite control human consciousness?
Yeah, how do they do it?
Due to the
Tell me.
sheer volume of control mechanisms, here we're going to provide a lighter overview.
Oh, okay.
You are encouraged to explore these as you see
All right, let's
fit.
go. Let's do it. Fear and scarcity. All right, let's go.
At the highest level of control, fear is one of the most easiest methods to control the population.
Most easiest. This dude is pitching himself as a dude that has seen through the fucking whole of reality into existences that exist far beyond the capabilities of a normal fucking human. And he says most easiest? Are you fucking kidding me? This is a goddamn video essay where you've edited it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Holy fuck. What the shit, dude? I'm supposed to take you serious. Like, straight up, I'm supposed to be like, yeah, I believe everything spirit science says. I'm gonna go do my own research because he told me, like, the fucking Hillary Clinton lizards. And you fucking say that. I can't even. Holy shit, dude. All right.
In mass. This is a two-way street that binds the influence from the elite and us together, for we actively perpetuate the problem when we live from fear and scarcity, spreading it around to each other like a nasty virus. Fear can be used to corral people in all manner of directions, to take
Okay.
actions that are not in their best interest, or to give up their
Yeah.
power and control to others.
Yeah.
Our food. For the most part, all of the food that we're eating today is toxic, designed to subdue our
Dude, that's probably true. He probably is using AI. That would make sense, right? Rather than like hiring anyone. This dude probably lives in his basement by himself. You know what I mean? Like fucking believing that everybody is part of the deep state and trying to get him or whatever. Can't have friends because his friends are actually fucking part of the conspiracy. That's why I like being a fucking lefty, dude. Being a lefty's so much easier because you can come to all the same conclusions about fear and scarcity and how the media is fucking, you know, supporting things that destroy your autonomy or whatever. You can come to all these conclusions, but you don't have to fucking propose like baby eaters or whatever. You just like capitalism, yeah. Like naturally what's going to happen is the capitalist wants to make money and we want to make money off of our work. They want to make money off of our work, and that naturally conflicts, and you can see everything around you as basically just natural repercussions. Oh fuck no, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that right now. We are not having a fight with those guys. Not happening. No fucking shot. Fuck off. Not doing it. Putting some fucking torches down there so that the mobs don't spawn as much. Come back to it later. All right.
creative energy, making us easily addicted to things that are unhealthy for us. Whether it's processed foods, rich with salt, sugar, and fat, or even our produce, which has been chemically engineered or sprayed with pesticides and herbicides. We can see this with Monsanto, who have actually patented seed and GMO production.
Yes,
this
Monsanto
allowed the
bad.
ancient practice of saving seeds and ultimately controlled the food supply, but have masked it as providing the world food. We recently published a movie called Healing Your Body.
Bruh, nobody likes Monsanto. The left, the materialists, they don't fucking like Monsanto either, my guy. You're not saying anything fucking revolutionary by saying Monsanto is a piece of shit company. Okay? It's not something new. Like, I'm waiting for something. Like, generally, it's either this shit is batshit off the wall, or he's just drawing dumb fucking conclusions from things that everyone unironically agrees about. Did you know that in the winter it gets cold? And you're like, yeah, the winter it gets cold. It gets cold because the consciousnesses that we experience in the winter are different from the consciousnesses that we experience in the summer. See, your consciousness in the winter is darker, and therefore makes the world darker and colder. The fuck? No. It's like that because that's how the fucking world works, my guy. Fucking the earth is barreling around. That's what causes our seasons and shit, okay? Relax.
With food, Spirit Science 33,
Healing
which
with food.
reveals the truth about food and where it comes from today. So we won't get super deep into it here because there is a lot to cover. But if you want to go deeper into this, please watch that movie after this one is done.
I sure won't.
Ultimately though, the bottom line here
I do want to
appears
see the
be
They
that
Live
we are what we eat.
shit, though.
And most of us eat far too much, and in that consume too many harmful substances.
I mean, yeah, and
Fluoride in the water.
oh no, no, my guy, fluoride doesn't do anything. Oh no, my bro, my homie, why are you so fucking stupid? Oh shit. Oh fuck, I fucking hate this shit, dude. This is just like, this is who we fucking are now. We just fucking, fluoride in the water is something you can just say and people are like, oh yeah, fluoride in the water. Holy fuck, dude. There's like a really good video on YouTube. I think it's I think it was Professor Dave did it. The channel's Professor Dave Explains, I believe is what it's called, and like broke down what the chemicals do in fluoride and why we put it in water and why we decided to put it in water in the first place. And it's really an interesting story because the reason we did that, the reason we put fluoride in the water was for our teeth, right? And the fluoride in the water initially was like met with skepticism and like, I don't know, man, that doesn't seem like a good idea. And then they tested it and they realized that the people in this town had better teeth afterwards. And there was like a bunch of different scientific postulates about why or how this could happen, whether or not it made any sense for it to be happening the way it was or whatever. And then they fucking tested them and found out everything about fluoride in the water and that it's not actually a problem. But we're gonna hear what he fucking says. He's gonna say it's like fucking mind control. Fucking, I've heard it before, don't worry.
That fluoride is the metaphorical tears of the New World Order, and that it's their most widely used weapon against us. The idea, in a nutshell, is that governments put fluoride in our water supply in order to negatively affect huge populations and facilitate
I've never heard something that stupid in my whole fucking life. Wow. Huh.
mass control, whether for financial gain through the health defects that it causes, or for the purpose of disrupting our connection to the
Give me
spiritual
any
planes.
fucking study that shows it
Any
gives
quick
health
search
defects.
of a fluoride conspiracy brings up notions that it calcifies the pineal gland, the organ in our brain that is often linked to consciousness.
All right. Does fluoride calcify the pineal gland? Real fucking simple. Sometimes the pineal gland develops calcium spots known as calcification. Unlike most of your brain, the blood-brain barriers don't fully protect the gland from the rest of the body. Instead, it receives a significant amount of blood flow, second only to the kidneys. The gland is surrounded and immersed by cerebrospinal fluid, causes it to cramp out. Okay, so this doesn't... Okay. Scientists... Alright, aging. As you age, the pineal gland can calcify. However, some studies found pineal gland calcification in infants. This dispels the theory that aging is only the factor, okay? Another theory proposes that the more active the pineal gland is metabolically, the higher likelihood to calcify. Another theory suggests that if you have certain chronic medical conditions, you have a higher likelihood of developing pineal gland calcification. Calcification in the gland also increases your likelihood of developing chronic conditions like migraines, Alzheimer's, schizophrenia. Okay. Get a lot of sun and get a lot of sleep. That's how you prevent it from being calcified. What do we know about fluoride on melatonin levels? Not what I'm looking for. Fluoride exposure. Sleep patterns among older adolescents in the U.S. cross-sectional. All right. Method. This cross-sectional study utilized data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. We analyzed data from adolescents who had plasma fluoride of a certain level and water fluoride from another level. Measures were not prescribed medication for sleep disorder. Relationships between fluoride exposure and self-reported sleep patterns or daytime sleepiness were examined using survey-weighted linear, binomial logistic, or multinomial logistics regression after a covariate adjustment. A home Bonferroni correction accounted for multiple comparisons. All right. All right, fluoride may contribute to sleep cycle regulation and sleep behaviors among older adolescents in U.S. Additional prospective studies are warranted to examine the effects. Oh shit, I'm getting fucking beamed. Give me a second. Sorry, I should have been inside while I was doing this. Forgot that I was fucking outside. Minecraft, man. All the time. Oh. There we go. Right. In the United States, approximately 74% of the population of public water supplies receive chemically fluoridated water for tooth decay prevention. Many benefits of fluoride have been reported for oral health, and it's regarded by major public achievement. Fluoride strengthens teeth. Yep. The hydroxyl ions in enamel. Yep. 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 Okay, so naturally speaking, fluoride accumulation in the pineal gland is present in higher concentrations than in any part of the body. So naturally, you accumulate more fluoride there than anywhere else. However, no published studies have examined the effects of fluoride exposure on melatonin production or sleep regulation in either humans or animals. This was from 2015 to 2016, found no link. So, the yeah, I don't know. Nothing. Waiting on a study. Why don't you do a study, Mr. Spirit Science? You know?
And the third eye.
You got money.
The idea of the pineal gland being linked with consciousness originally came from the French philosopher Descartes, who argued that the interaction between non-local consciousness and the physical world occurred inside of it. If you dig into why water fluoridation began, you find a convoluted, suspicious mess, mostly centering around the aluminum production company Alcoa, who supposedly had a lot of toxic waste to spare that took the form of fluoride as a byproduct of aluminum production. After a single biochemist who was sponsored by them showed in a lab that fluoride affects cavities in rats in 1939, so the story goes, the first public proposal that the US should fluoridate its water supplies were made, not by a doctor, but by an industry scientist. Nowadays,
that's fucking false. He just lied to you. He just lied to you. He lied to everyone's fucking face in this. Straight up with that one. No, all of that was true until he said then they proposed, because they didn't. There was a town that specifically wanted, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find it for him because he's a fucking worthless piece of shit. I cannot believe this, dude. This is why we can't have fucking anything nice in the world, because if we would just accept that maybe there could be something sketchy about it and it needs looked into, then we could look into it, right? But instead, there's this whole fucking conspiracy where they lie to everyone and get people believing stupid shit, and then we can't take it serious because it goes along with being a literal Nazi. So, like, holy fuck, dude. Ridiculous. All right, so first, fluoride water. Grand Rapids, Michigan became the first in 1945. Crazy, isn't it? I'm just gonna say, fucking since 1945, health outcomes have been getting better. Life expectancy got better. Everything got better. Mid-1940s, compounds containing the mineral fluoride have been added to the community water supplies throughout the U.S. to prevent tooth decay. Beginning in the 20th century, scientists linked high levels of naturally occurring fluoride in certain community water supplies to low level of tooth decay. In 1945, Grand Rapids, Michigan became the first community in the world to add fluoride to tap water. When subsequent studies showed a significantly lower rate of cavities in school children, water fluoridation spread to other towns and cities. U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention named community water fluoridation one of the 10 great public health achievements of the 20th century. Boom.
Our water is fluoridated in over 24 countries, mostly in the Western world.
Yeah.
According to chemist and researcher Charles E. Perkins, who wrote the book The Truth About Water Fluoridation, repeated doses of infinitesimal amounts of fluoride will in time reduce an individual's ability to resist domination by slowly poisoning a certain area of the brain, thus making them submissive to the will of those who...
No fucking way. Oh my god, dude. This guy is a chemist the same way that I'm a fucking fighter, you know? This dude's a chemist the same way I'm a lawyer because I study politics or whatever, right? Like, no fucking shot. No fucking shot. Domination? I didn't realize that was fucking scientifically relevant. Forgot about that. Holy fuck, dude. Domination. What we noticed is that when we gave people small doses, even just teeny tiny doses, like half an ion's worth of fucking fluoride, when we gave them teeny tiny doses of fluoride, we were able to dominate them. That's how the fucking scientific paper was written, wasn't it, Jordan? Yeah, no, it fucking wasn't. I'm gonna get that book. I'm gonna read that book. I'm gonna write a fucking counter to that book, personally, because my credentials probably fucking match his in relevancy. No fucking way.
Wish to govern them. While there are
What was the name of that book?
so the story goes, the first public proposal that the US should fluoridate its water supplies were made, not by a doctor, but by an industry scientist. Nowadays, our water is fluoridated in over 24 countries,
Right.
mostly in the Western world.
Yes.
According to chemist and researcher Charles E. Perkins, who wrote the
Charles E. Perkins. I'm writing it down, baby. Charles E. Perkins.
book The Truth About Water Fluoridation,
The
repeated
truth.
doses of infinitesimal
Wow.
amounts of fluoride will in time reduce an individual's ability to resist domination
Yeah.
by slowly poisoning a certain area of the brain, thus making them submissive to the will of those who wish to govern them.
Yeah, that's something that's
While there are
scientifically
unsupported
accurate.
theories that the Nazis used the chemical in concentration camps, or the USSR in their gulags, the threat of fluoride isn't just a theory. The work of Jennifer Luke in the 90s showed that by old age, the pineal gland contains the same amount of fluoride as teeth, having been calcified as we age.
Yes.
Further, a huge review on fluoride toxicity published by the National Research Council in 2006 reported a range of negative side effects from fluoride, including decreased melatonin production and other effects on normal pineal function, which in turn
No, we just looked at that study and it says it says that the results are inconclusive is what it says, my guy. That's okay.
could contribute to a variety of bad effects in humans. In fact, studies
Alright.
from Harvard and China's Shanghai Health Institute may even have linked fluoride to reduced IQ in children, and even suggest that it could
is that
be
so?
toxic to a developing brain. As well as being linked to certain types of cancer, it's also been shown to destroy the male reproductive system in rabbits.
Oh.
The bottom line
Okay.
is the benefit to
rabbits.
risk ratio on water fluoridation
I just want to point something out to you. Remember right now, Findom community will suffer without you. Not wrong. You not wrong. So you notice how earlier he was like, they did a study on fucking rats, and that study on rats is the only thing that they needed to start saying that they needed to put fluoride in the waters. And then he goes, and also they found that like in rabbits it could destroy potentially the male reproductive system, so that's why we need to pull it out. Like, keep that shit the fuck out of here. If the rats weren't enough, then the rabbits aren't enough. Keep it the fuck out, right? Keep it the fuck out. End of story. Easy enough. Done. I have to look into this. I'm gonna get this book, The Truth About Water Fluoridation, because there's no fucking way that's real. Holy shit. Truth About Water Fluoridation. All right. I got to get going a little bit early today, so I'm gonna have to peace out. Don't worry, I'll keep our spirit science stuff going on, but I am gonna have to dip. So I love you all. Thank you for coming and watching me. I'm gonna upload this shit to YouTube like I always do, and it'll be up there for anybody that didn't catch it. Thank you for coming in, and I'll see you guys same bat time, same bat channel.